In the year 2024, I set out on a journey to platinum as many games as I possibly can. It's brought me a lot of joy, satisfaction, and, well, anger that I just cannot stop now. Getting the platinum trophy for Alone in the Dark, it was extremely frustrating at times. It wasn't necessarily due to its difficulty, but mainly due to several of the trophies being bugged, having crashes, and those always so much fun, glitches. They did get most of this ironed out by the time I finished my platinum, so the game is in much better shape now if you decide to check it out and try to get the platinum for yourself. Now, this adventure for this game took me about 22 hours to complete, and it has 38 total trophies. Now that it's fixed and it doesn't crash as much as this guy, you can probably finish it much faster than I did. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Thanks. To get the platinum, we must complete several steps starting with step 1. Do the story. Twice. See, Alone in the Dark was released March 2024 and was developed by Pieces Interactive. I did receive a free review code for this game by THQ Nordic and Dead Good Media. Make sure I include that in case the feds are watching and they don't come after me.
FBI, open up!
This game is a reimagination of the original 1992 game, and it is also the 7th installment of the franchise. So my first playthrough, I chose Emily Hartwood. In order to get the platinum, you will have to play through Edward's story as well. Basically, Emily discovers that her uncle, his name's Jeremy, he's missing, so she decides to go looking for him and hires Edward to help because, well, he's kind of a private investigator. He's also in Stranger Things, and he's kind of a cop too. Now they go to the Derceto Manor, which is a home for, well, weird stuff. After arriving and securing a key to get in, or kind of break in, we earn our first trophy. Welcome to Derceto. Now this game consists of solving puzzles, finding collectibles, and discovering the secrets that lie within this house. It also involves a little combat with some monsters, leading us to our next trophy. Now you're on the trolley for killing a monster with a ranged weapon. The monsters can be a little pesky at times, especially if they charge at you. The combat in here, it's not the greatest, but you can dodge if you press it in time. After experiencing the first, let's call it a shift within the house, we meet with this dude named Baptiste, and we actually end up taking his key. This gives us more access to even more rooms within the house, and ultimately a way out of this weird area, which has a street, I don't know, kind of looks like a side street in New Orleans. On the way out, I killed a monster with a melee weapon, which unlocked the Come At Me trophy. It also unlocked the In Between There Are Doors trophy for getting our first talisman. So a talisman, I had to look this up to find out exactly what it was. It's a ring type object that possesses magical powers. This one we enter in codes during certain puzzles, and it will show us the next area to go to when the code is entered successfully. After exploring and finding some broken plates, we make our way to this big astronomical clock upstairs to solve the puzzle. This earns us the On the Mend trophy for putting a talisman socket back together and solving another puzzle for advancing the story. After this, it opens up this oil rig area, which requires us to go outside the house again and navigate an outdoors area, this one much larger. This location introduces us to these creatures that can burrow underground and then they pop up. They might seem kind of scary, but ultimately a shotgun to their face ends them pretty quickly. While working my way through, I unlocked the next trophy, the Thin Veneer of Civilization, which is a super long name for simply breaking down a barrier. After working through the area, we turn on the rig, set the place on fire, and then escape like Indiana Jones. After escaping the oil rig area, we land back inside the house and we earn the next trophy, left holding the bag, for finding Jeremy's bag. Really, the best thing that was in this bag is the paletti knife, because you actually need it to remove certain objects that are blocking at least 2 doors. Now, throughout the game, you must find various collectibles and clues. After completing a set of Ligniapi, I'm probably completely messed up that name. It's probably not how you say it. Basically, you found all the collectibles. To complete a set, you unlock the Don't Mind If I Do trophy. As you progress through the game, you unlock various new weapons, shotgun, Tommy gun, and so on. After getting the shotgun and killing an enemy with it, we unlock the Hard-Boiled trophy. Now the next section we go to is a cemetery that requires us to find 3 medallions in order to get out of this place. This section, it's not too bad, but there's one spot that I don't recommend trying to stand and fight, or you will definitely run out of ammo. Trust me. After solving the puzzles, we have an experience with Jeremy. He lets us know that he made a deal with the Dark Man to keep New Orleans safe. Emily shares her doubt about the Dark Man, but then she gets to see him through a vision, and ultimately, she knows that he's real. This places us back into the house and unlocks the Found and Lost trophy for talking to Jeremy within the chapel. After this, we meet this really creepy kid named Grace, just kind of chilling on the floor playing a piano on the floor that's about to further cave in. She's very creepy, but I had to respect the Jurassic Park hat that she was rocking. After this, we get to meet Jeremy's subconscious persona. Yeah, like I said, the house is weird. Anyways, we unlocked a somewhere else entirely trophy for finding the Covenant of Torella. I also earned the Watch Out Where You're Waving That Thing trophy for pointing my gun at this dude.
No! God, please, no!
Sorry, bro. Need the platinum. After escaping the Dark Man in the library, we find our way to the dock area within good old New Orleans. This unlocks the trophy, Drop Me Off in New Orleans, for escaping the Dark Man. I've been to NOLA a few times, definitely recommend checking out Bourbon Street if you know what I mean. Now, while in New Orleans, we earn the Tommy gun as a new weapon. An encounter occurs requiring us to shoot some monsters, which unlocks the Gangster trophy for killing the enemies with a Tommy gun. Here's a tip. I actually earned another trophy here by getting myself killed so that I could knock it out. I came back and in the same encounter threw a Molotov at the doorway and killed an enemy with fire to earn Bonfire Night trophy. After clearing from New Orleans, we talked to Jeremy again to try and figure out how to get him out of the contract that he has with the Dark Man. Basically, after this weird conversation, we solve a puzzle to make our way through this Egyptian statue into a desert area, which unlocks the trophy, Losing My Mind. Which at this point I was like, wow, this story's quite weird, man, but I was kind of hooked at this point to keep going and get the platinum. This area of solving the Egyptian puzzles utilizing the lights and statues, it was pretty cool, probably my favorite area of the game. I think it was kind of the environment, the setup, and just kind of how you had to navigate the puzzles while killing some of these weird enemies. It wasn't too bad. So after concluding the puzzles and escaping the temple as it, was falling down, I came back to the house and earned the Where I Belong trophy for returning to Derceto. I also earned the I Abandoned Him trophy for owning up to your awful past. While playing my first playthrough, I was obviously trying to get as many collectibles as possible because you have to play as both characters in order to get all the clues and the collectibles. Doing this obviously takes a while, so I earned an Honest Day's Work trophy for playing for more than 8 hours. This playtime of 8 hours is kind of a stark comparison to a trophy we finish up later for completing the story in under 3 hours. After working through the basement, we put together a puzzle of a brain x-ray that belongs to Jeremy. This drops a puzzle piece that we need for in the attic area. We see that Jeremy considered checking himself out of life, but he did not, which unlocks the trophy, Nobody Knows What Happened trophy. After solving the Jeremy puzzle, this takes us to a boat on the bayou that contains the most annoying enemies in the game, spiders. These things jump on your face, they're apparently bulletproof, and they come onto you with a quickness. The point of this area is to get the boat powered up so it can become unstuck. I did earn the Whatever It Takes trophy here by killing an enemy that was on fire. But boy, was I ready to get out of this mission area because these spiders were absolutely annoying. After getting the boat fired up, we fall through the floor where Jeremy is being talked to by Mr. Gray, which he is a weirdo as well. We eventually find our way into Dr. Gray's apartment and meet up with Edward. At this point, we earn the Past as a Present trophy. Using a book that was just happened to be missing from the bookcase, we find that old Dr. Gray was hiding in a secret room. After finding the Chronicles of Narnia-like closet in this room, it was evident that Emily could see and hear things that Edward could not. Emily decides, hey, I'll go through the door, and we find ourselves in a snowy, desolate area, earning the trophy Frenzy. Using a flare gun to guide our way, we eventually climb this mountain area and engage in 2 boss fights with the same dude. We fight and kill this dude named Jacob, solve a puzzle, and then apparently, well, he didn't die, so we have to kill a more advanced version of Jacob again and stab him in the eye. We do utilize this dagger when we recover from the temple to stab him during the fight sequences, takes a lot of his health away, until we finally kill him permanently, we think. After this fight sequence, Jeremy suspiciously has a stab wound in the same eye as the Jacob dude we stabbed. Coincidence? I think not. Anyways, after that fight, we unlock the Back to Normal trophy for breaking the pact with the Dark Man. You might think, oh, we're done here. Nope, not yet. The crazy people in this house do some stupid song ritual and the big tree turns into a massive ugly monster that we now have to fight. Pretty much everyone in the house is now dead and we have to fight through several sequences to kill this thing. After eventually eliminating the target, burning down the house, we earn the trophy Safe and Sound for saving New Orleans from the Black Goat. That thing did not look like a goat. So after we finish the story with Emily, we now have to play through as Edward. For the most part, the story, it's the same. However, there are a few differences that I will point out because we earn trophies for those differences. After finishing several areas of Edward's playthrough, we unlock the Librarian trophy for reading all the clues. Edward's story has a longer version than Emily, and part of that is seeing his experience as a private investigator through a case that he worked that still haunts him to this day. It's during this story we unlock the trophy, look at all the free stuff I got for finding all the Lagniaps. Did I say that better this time? I don't know. Basically, I found all the collectibles. Let's just call them collectibles. During the experience as Edward, we see that he had a choice in a moment. He made a choice to save a child and let the man drown, which unlocks the trophy. I stole the child and let him drown for owning up to your awful past. Yeah, I'd say I'd say he rescued the child, but hey, whatever. Eventually, we find our way to Dr. Gray's office as Edward, and we meet up with Emily. The same book lets us in the secret area, and we end up back in the same frozen tundra to fight Jacob. After this fight, though, I chose to do an alternate ending to unlock What Just Happened trophy for giving the creepy Grace a present. This allows you to essentially skip the boss fight at the end with the quote-unquote goat. But before I gave her the present, I did go around and talk to everyone to unlock the Chatterbox trophy. After seeing this alternate ending, I loaded back into my save file, yeah, I'm that guy, in order to fight the boss with Edward. This unlocks the Case Closed trophy for saving New Orleans from the Black Goat. Now there's 3 other trophies that I unlocked, but yeah, I wasn't recording, so shame on me. When Therapy Makes It Worse for breaking through barriers of self-deceit, Radical Acceptance for submitting to the Dark Man, and 1 of the 1,000 for joining the cult. Now, for some, you might be able to do one more playthrough and be good to go. But me? Yeah, that didn't happen. Step 2. Glitch Trophy Cleanup. There were 3 trophies at the time that were glitched, unfortunately. They did an update, which, like I said, has fixed the issues, but at the time, it was extremely frustrating. I wanted to throw my controller into the lake behind my house. The best way to get the remaining trophies is playing through again with Emily because you can skip a lot of the areas and not have to do the boss fight at the end. The first glitch trophy that took a while to get is the You Can't Keep Me Out trophy. This requires opening all the safes and locks in the game. This is also considered a missable trophy because you need to go unlock every door as soon as you get the keys, or you might end up skipping it with the story progressing and it unlocks without you physically doing it. So make sure as soon as you get the keys, you go unlock that door. I finally unlocked this trophy, which honestly, man, it was a huge relief in progressing to the coveted Platinum trophy because I figured that I would have unlocked it after both playthroughs, but because it was glitched, yeah, I had to wait for the update in order to get it to pop. During this playthrough, I also earned what I consider probably to be the toughest trophy in T2 Taller. This requires you to finish the game without drinking from your flask. Essentially, you can't use any health as you play through the story. So make sure you use Emily because you get to skip fighting the big ass goat monster and end the game with an alternate ending. I guess it's kind of cheesing it, but that's the way to get this trophy. After I finished that playthrough, I had to do one more in order to get the final trophy, I Don't Got All Night, for finishing the game in 3 hours or less. Yeah, so full transparency, I almost got it in my last run, but my total run was 3 hours and 5 minutes. The pain was real. Anyways, after a fairly flawless run using some flasks when mistakes were made, I was able to capture the I Don't Got All Night trophy, which it was fairly easy once you got the hang of kind of where to go and what you needed to do. And this was followed by the coveted Alone in the Dark Platinum trophy that at the time had only been completed by 1% of people. Call me elite, baby. Now this was not a terribly difficult platinum to get in my opinion. It does have some hard parts, but it's pretty easy to get through if you stay focused. It was more the frustrating experience of dealing with the glitches and the bugs that stood between me and the platinum trophy. They did put out some updates, like I said, to fix the problems, so you should be good to go now. You're welcome. I kind of did all the testing for you. Yeah. Anyways, I've become a huge fan of chasing trophies in games and becoming more of a completionist, if you will, in my games. So if you guys enjoyed this video and platinum videos in general, please hit the like button, subscribe with the bell button checked, and leave a comment below letting me know what game you would like to see me do a platinum on. As always, be cool to people.